Hello students, I am Mamta Tripathi. Welcome you all in today's segment of lecture videos. Today we will learn how to write narrative composition. Students, the lecture videos are divided in two parts. Part 3 and Part 4. In Part 3, I will tell you the definition of narrative composition. Difference between a narrative composition and a short story. Essential elements of narrative composition, conventions of narrative compositions, and points to summarize the narrative composition. In part 4, I will explain you how to write a narrative composition, giving you some examples. And then there is an assignment for you. So let's start. Definition of narrative composition. A narrative composition is actually a type of essay that has a single motive or a central point around which the whole narrative revolves. All incidents, happenings, and characters revolve around a single motive presented in the narrative. Students, meaning of the word motive is an idea, object, or concept that repeats itself throughout a text. It gives clues to the theme or reinforces ideas an author wants to emphasize. In short, we can call it a central theme. So the question that is asked to you in narrative composition and the parts of the questions are your motives for writing. It means that a narrative composition offers the writer a chance to think and write about themselves. We all have experiences lodged in our memories, which are worthy of sharing with readers. A narrative essay is the best opportunity for it. So when you write a narrative composition, you are actually telling a story about yourself. That is why it relies on personal experiences. So it is very important, listen it, it's very important to use first person pronoun, that is I in it. You can also use third person pronoun, but it is only for describing others. For yourself, students, I is compulsory. Now, the difference between a narrative composition and a short story. A narrative composition has a specific format, specific aspect to discover, and a specific motive. It revolves around that motive set by the writer prior to writing the composition. In contrast, students, a short story, however, is different from a narrative essay. It does not revolve around a pre-set motive, and that it does not have a specific format. Also, a short story always leaves the readers at a critical juncture with the desire to discover more. Actually, a narrative composition ends when the readers are fully satisfied. They do not wish to read anymore or do not want to discover anymore. Now let us go through the essential elements of narrative composition. The focus of a narrative essay is the plot. which is told using enough details to build to a climax. Here's how it is done. It is usually told chronologically. Word chronologically means in a way that follows the order in which the events or records occur. It refers to ordering events in accordance with the time sequence in which they occurred. That is, for an example, you understand, event that occurred in 1912 would be listed after an event that occurred in 1911, but before an event that occurred in 1913. Next point. It has a purpose, which is usually stated in the opening sentence. Students, in the introduction part of the narrative composition, you have to really write what is the purpose of writing the narrative. It may use dialogues. It is written with sensory details and bright descriptions to involve the reader. All these details relate in some way to the main point the writer is making. For sensory details, I had already informed you about the sensory imageries in the previous lecture video. That is to be compulsorily used in all types of compositions, except argumentative composition in lecture video 1. If you remember, I told you 5 types of imageries are compulsory to be used except argumentative. Next point, all of these elements need to seamlessly combine. What does it mean? It means that the narrative composition, paragraphs, should be written smoothly and continuously. There should be no gaps, no spaces between one part and the next. Now, what are the conventions of narrative compositions? Narratives are generally written in first person. I have already told you, you have to use first person pronoun because actually the story is narrated by you. Use he, she only for others. Be very careful to use I. Narratives rely on concrete sensory details to convey their point. Again, the emphasis is on the usage of sensory imageries. Imaginations are required. See the third point. Narratives as stories should include these story conventions. These story conventions are used in short story also as well as in narratives. But there it is used in short story. In short story it is used as a story form. But in narratives it is used in narration. And what are these? A plot including setting and characters, a climax and an ending. Now what does plot mean? Plot actually refers to the story, the series of events by the writer. Setting. Setting in narrative composition refers to the places narrated by the writer in his story. Characters, you know, are an important part of a narrative composition. When you are telling a story about yourself, naturally some characters will be included. So even if the essay is autobiographical in nature, the person writing the composition is a character, involving some characters who act, behave, and do not like all other characters presented in stories or novels. So students, I told you about the elements of narrative composition. I told you what is composition. So to summarize, just see The narrative composition is actually told from a particular point of view. It makes and supports a point. It is filled with precise detail, uses vivid verbs and modifiers, uses conflict and sequence as does any story, and dialogues are necessary. Dialogues are used to capture the conversation between characters. In a narrative composition, dialogue is the third important element, without which the characters lose their worth and liveliness. Next comes the conclusion. Conclusion actually in narrative composition should not have any conflict. As I told you, the story should be clear, no confusion. It ends when the readers are fully satisfied. So be very careful. Again, I am reading these summary points. To summarize, the story in narrative composition should be told from a particular point of view. It makes and supports a point, is filled with precise detail, uses vivid verbs and modifiers, uses conflict and sequence as does any story, and may use dialogues. In the next lecture video, we will see some examples of narrative composition. Thank you.